I'm sure that we can all agree that the elderly can sometimes be easily manipulated, and there are people that will take advantage of that. Especially when we're talking about money, they're usually the main target. I mean, we've seen those horror stories of scam callers stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from these people, but that's a whole other story. Today's case was on a more personal level because the person doing this was not just someone random. It was actually their own family. We're going to be talking about an 80-year-old woman who was taken by her niece and was allegedly manipulated into handing over her inheritance to her. But not only that, to ensure that she received that money right away, she also took her life. Now, the way that this niece went about taking her life was calculated, and it was all for money. So let's talk about it. Maria Baso was an 80-year-old woman who did not have any kids. She worked for Italy's foreign ministry in Iran, Australia, and the US for most of her life. And when she retired, she decided to live in Asiago in the Veneto region in Italy, which I looked up where this is, and it seems to be a small town with only 6,500 people. And also, this place looks beautiful. It has a lot of beautiful mountains and trees, and it's somewhere where I would love to retire one day. So you could say that Maria was living her life peacefully. I mean, like I said, she had no kids, no husband, and it was just her. But unfortunately, this did not last for Maria. On the day that Maria turned 80, a lot of her relatives and friends came from different parts of Italy to come visit her. Most of these people knew Maria and kept in contact with her for years. But someone they did not expect to show up was 58-year-old Paola Pepe. Maria's close family found this to be strange because Paola never came around, nor did they think that Maria and her had any sort of relationship. On the night of Maria's 80th birthday celebration, Maria's family remembers seeing Maria and Paola spending several hours sitting and talking. They had no idea what they were talking about, but they kind of just brushed it off. They probably thought that this niece was trying to rebuild her relationship with her aunt, especially now since she is getting older. So again, they really didn't think much of it. But not long after, things got strange. After Maria's 80th birthday celebration, Paola moved Maria to an elderly home 1,300 kilometers away. And she did this without even telling her close family members where she was going. Maria's family also said that Paola was isolating her and basically kept her away from everyone. Now, family members became even more concerned when they noticed that Paola did not take any of Maria's belongings, and her medication that she takes every day was also left behind. Now, something very important to know in this story is that Maria had a condition where she was not able to eat just anything. She was extremely susceptible to choking, and everyone knew this, including Paola. So with that being said, Maria was only allowed to eat finely chopped food or blended food. This would avoid any complications like choking. Now, despite Paola knowing this, on December 2022, she took Maria out to a restaurant to eat a meal. They went to this nice restaurant, just the two of them, to eat Italian food. And apparently, Paola ordered Maria a plate of pasta and encouraged her to eat it. 2 days later, 80-year-old Maria passed away. It's been said that the food got lodged in her airways and she could not digest it. So obviously, after friends and family found out about Maria's sudden death, they were really confused. And with Maria being taken 1,300 kilometers away with zero explanation, they were suspicious of Paola. They were questioning, is this really a coincidence that she passed away right after she took her? And that's when they decided to go to police. They began their investigation and started looking into Paola. And let me just say, they found some things that look pretty suspicious. So initially, Maria had this plan that she was going to leave her inheritance, which was about 500,000 euros, to a charity. But 2 days before Paola took Maria out to eat, Maria completely changed all that and put all her inheritance under Paola's name. So now investigators are kind of like, okay, what the hell is going on? They went from thinking that Maria's passing was due to a freak accident where she choked on spaghetti and nothing more than that, to now thinking that there was some foul foul play. Investigators began looking deeper into the days leading up to Maria's death and tried to find more evidence to build a case against Paola. This is when they found signed documents that basically gave Paola the power to make decisions on Maria's behalf, and also giving Paola the authority to manage all of Maria's assets. Obviously, this was another shocker to everyone, because who in their right mind would hand over everything they worked for to someone that they barely even knew? Up to this point, that's all the information they've released to the public. But Paola was arrested, and she still insists that Maria's death was a tragic accident and she had zero involvement. She was then released on bail and was put under house arrest, and she's currently waiting on her trial, which is on February 28th. But this is a tricky case because I feel like they would need to prove that there is some sort of correlation between both situations. The defense can argue that just because Maria's inheritance was transferred under Paola's name, it doesn't mean that Paola took her life. It can be a motive and it does look suspicious, but one does not mean the other. But then again, was Maria forced to eat this food? It wasn't stated that Maria had dementia or any type of mental health issue or an inability for her to decide for herself. So if she ate this food willingly, then Paola may not be held accountable. Unfortunately, these details were not provided, so I don't really know how this would play out. Again, this did happen in Italy, so the laws, the system, it's all different there. But I'm curious to see how this all plays out. I really hope that she did not plan this out, even though something's telling me that she did. What do you guys think about this case? Do you think that Paola's intentions were to murder her great aunt so that she could inherit all her money, or do you think that this was a tragic accident? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. I'll love to hear them. And this is all I have for today's video. I know it's a shorter case, but it's one of those that are just so hard to believe. I wanted to share it with you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm also almost at 30k subscribers, which is crazy. So please make sure to subscribe to my little channel if you like watching content like this, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.